the Q&A. And so if you have any questions during the whole thing, please let me know. It's going to go about 30 minutes, and then I'll have a Q&A at the end. So if you have any questions, go ahead and type them in the Q&A, and then I'll check that at the end. But I need to stay focused. So welcome to Lose Weight Over the Holidays. I'm really glad that you're here. I'm Tracey Hartje. If anybody doesn't know me, I am a certified weight and life coach, and I help women who are done playing small lose weight and create freedom from overeating and overdrinking. And I am the creator of the Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Body, Change Your Life 8-week weight loss course. It's a private weight loss course that I do. I'm a wife and a mother, and I'm very passionate about helping women love what you see in the mirror. I love helping women in any way that I can. I've been a fashion stylist. I've been involved in, cheerleading for women for a long time. So it's what makes me happy. So a little housekeeping. Take this time for yourself. Turn off your cell phone, shut down Facebook, take this time for yourself to be present. I encourage you to grab a pencil and paper, because I'm going to throw a bunch of stuff at you. You're going to get more than 3 things today. So I really would like for you, first of all, to think about how you're going into these holidays. This is an unprecedented holiday season, right? We've never had a holiday season quite like this. And a lot of people struggle through the holidays anyway. So I'd like for you to set an intention on how you want to come out of this holiday season. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to maintain? Do you want to just keep your shit together? How do you want this to look? Spend some time. Create an intention for yourself. I will be losing weight this holiday season, and that is my intention, and it will happen. So if you want to join me on that, I'd love to support you. I want you to look at how you're thinking. I want you to look at thoughts that you have around the holidays in general and what your beliefs are. Do you believe that you have to gain weight over the holidays? Is that just what happens? Do you believe that your enjoyment of an event has to do with how much you eat or drink? Does that affect how much you actually enjoy the event? I want you to look at these and explore them, because it's going to be really what you're thinking really determines how you're going to move into this season. And look at ways that you can enjoy this holiday season without feeling restricted and without feeling deprived or from a place of lack, but also not feeling like shit the next day and beating yourself up and having guilt. So those are some things to think about going in. This is me, and this is my journey. I've been interested in health and nutrition for decades, which you can't tell from the pictures, because I could never get it right. I could never actually do the work. About 10 years ago, I got certified as a holistic health coach. I'm a holistic health practitioner. I've researched nutrition and weight loss and health and beauty and everything for a long time, and tried everything. And I would lose some weight. There was times I was more slender, and then I would just gain it right back. And I could really never figure out what I was doing wrong. And so last year I discovered this work, and it's been life-changing. And I knew immediately that I had to share it with people and teach. We always learn what we need to teach, right? And so if I can do this, you can too. I have been on every single diet you can imagine. I have gone to a lot of extremes to lose the weight. I've deprived myself. I've tried everything, honestly. And you get to where you're so discouraged. And I'm sure you can relate to this, or you wouldn't be here on this call, but it gets very discouraging, and you think there's something wrong with you. And there's not. We just have never been taught. We've been taught how to go on a diet, but we've never been taught how to actually take care of ourselves and all these things I'm going to show you today. So you're in the right place if you would like to end 2020 on a high note. I know it's been a shit show for a lot of us, and I'm ready to turn it around. I'm going to end 2020 even better than I am right now. If you've spent the last few months overeating and overdrinking, and you're done. If you're like over it, there was a club, right? There was like, everybody was commiserating and day drinking and eating everything, and the whole COVID thing, gaining tons of weight, because it was a very uncomfortable situation. Everybody was very uncomfortable, and that was the buffer, right? Eating and drinking. So if you're ready to be done with that, you're in the right place. And if you are just over this whole year, it's been so overwhelming, and now you have the holidays and you just can't, I got you. So today's workshop, these are my intentions. I want to show you how life coaching can help you lose weight. I want to show you the 3 secrets. Like I said, there's going to be more. 3 secrets to lose weight over the holidays. And then I'm going to do a live Q&A, and then I'm going to show you how we can take it to the next level if you're interested in working with me. And there is a bonus at the end if you stay till the end. So stay till the end. So weight coaching and life coaching are things a lot of people don't understand what they are. And it goes hand in hand because weight coaching is life coaching with losing weight as your primary focus. So I show you how to learn why you're overweight now. I teach you how to feel any emotion without having to buffer. Buffering is anything that you do, overeating, overdrinking, over shopping, over Facebooking, any of that in order not to feel what you're feeling. I teach you how to coach yourself. I teach you how to use your brain for you and not against you to lose weight. Our brains like homeostasis. And so your brain is super happy with where you're at now. Your brain is not going to want to do this. It's going to give you a lot of reasons why not. I teach you how to turn that around and use your brain to work in your favor. I help you create an ironclad commitment to yourself because there is nothing wrong with you. And I'll show you why. I teach you how to manage your mind and get rid of any thoughts that you're carrying around that don't serve you. How to have your own back and stop quitting on yourself, and how to change who you're being and not just what you're doing. Because what you're doing, if you're going on a diet, you're not changing who you're being. And so it's not an everlasting change. So why are you overweight right now? Diet culture is the biggest culprit. Diet culture is a bazillion-dollar industry, and it's all the bright, shiny new things that are promising, and people lose 50 pounds in 2 weeks. And there's a beginning and an end, is how you know it's a diet. And the odds are terrible. The diet culture is, like I said, it's a money-making machine, but the odds, it's like 1% of the people that lose weight on a diet actually keep it off. It's terrible odds. Overhunger and overdesire are the biggest reasons that you're overweight right now. And what that means is that overhunger is because our hormones are so screwed up from what we've been eating and how we've been eating that we don't know if we're hungry or not. I was insulin resistant, I was pre-diabetic, and I had no hunger signals. And so I felt like I was always hungry. I couldn't go very long without eating. I was always trying, and I thought, oh, I have low blood sugar. No, I didn't. So overhunger and overdesire have a lot to do with the foods that you eat. If there's processed foods, flour, sugar, alcohol, anything that is an overstimulating reward for your brain is going to cause an overdesire. And all of these products are designed to do exactly that. All these products are they create such an intense dopamine hit in your brain that your primal brain, who's in charge of a lot of stuff, thinks that that is the most important thing that you've ever had, because the reward is it's an over pleasure. And it's like, so it creates a neural pathway that is very, very strong. So if you've ever eaten or drank something against your will, that's because of this over desire, and your brain is making you do things. Your primal brain, or your lower brain, is driven by the motivational triad. So it's seeking pleasure, avoiding pain at the least amount of effort. It's lazy and it wants to feel good. And so anything that you can do in, so avoiding pain, seeking pleasure, any kind of over desire. When you're eating things that are processed, refined, sweet, sugars is the biggest culprit. It's a big dopamine hit to your brain. It makes it really happy. And then you want more very soon after, right? So the solution is to reduce your hunger and your desire to the natural states so that you can get to your natural weight. So that's part of it. And there is some good news. So I'm going to move into my secrets that I want to share with you today, some things that you can do over the holiday season to get your brain working in a different direction and get you on your weight loss journey. So plan your food and drinks daily. And so what I mean by this, first I want you to plan your holiday season. I want you to really look at what does your holiday season look like? You're going to have Thanksgiving. You're going to have maybe a holiday party, maybe not. You're going to have Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New Year's. All those other days can just be normal days. All those other days don't have to be overindulging and overeating and overdrinking. You don't have to go off the rails. You can plan out the season and enjoy it tremendously and keep your weight loss goals happening. So, um, so how many days are we talking about? Like I said, like 6, right? So don't let those few days derail you for the whole season, because there's all these other days that you have to keep yourself in check. So planning out your food and drinks, what does that look like? The night before or the morning of, you are going to plan what you're going to eat or drink for that day. So if you're planning a celebration, be realistic, plan out what you're going to eat. And you're using your higher brain to do this and not deciding in the moment. So you're using your higher brain, which is we have access to as humans, that will make decisions for our higher good. And so what happens is you're able to make these decisions, and you're not restricting or depriving. You're not waiting to decide in the moment. Because when you decide in the moment, you're working with what sounds good now or what feels good now. And that usually is all driven by your primal brain. And so your primal brain wants something that's going to be a huge reward right now. And so if you have all your good intentions and you wait to decide in the moment, it's not going to be a good decision, right? So if you rely on willpower, you have a limited resource of willpower. And so if you're waiting to make your decisions, your willpower is going to run out. You're going to do things that you didn't want to do, and then you're going to beat yourself up, and you're going to physically feel like shit because of you overeating or overdrinking, and then you're going to be emotionally feeling like shit because you are feeling terrible about the choices that you made. So there's a lot of benefits to planning ahead of time, and it's a really easy thing. You might be thinking, oh my God, that's so hard. No, it's not. It's the easiest thing you'll do, because once you plan out your food, you don't have to think about it the rest of the day. You get what's called decision fatigue. You have to make a lot of decisions throughout the day. And so decision fatigue happens. So by the end of the day, you're not interested in trying to decide again make that makes sense for you. Decide it the night before, decide it the morning of, and then you're going to be so much better off. And even make sure that your decisions are realistic, that you're going to be deciding on something that you want to have. But what it does is it just takes your decision out of the moment. It's not about restricting, and it's not about, making you come from a place of deprivation or anything. It's about deciding ahead of time and using that part of your brain that's able to make those good decisions. So I have on my website, if you go to traceyhartje.com, there's this little, I'm pointing with my finger like you can see it, this Kickstart Your Weight Loss video series. And it's free, and there'll be a pop-up right in your face, and then there's a couple places that you can find. It looks like this. And I have a free video series that talks just about, there's a few other things, but it's a great place to start. This is where I have all of my clients for my weight loss program clients start here. This is the first step. So this is your first step, no matter where you're going and no matter what you do, this is the place to start. So download the Kickstart Your Weight Loss video series. And there's a really nice handout. I love handouts. There's a nice handout that has a place to actually plan your food and look at your hunger scale and track your water. It's a nice little handout. So check that out. And so traceyhartje.com. Secret number 2 is learning to allow your urges. I have to share my coffee cup with you. It's Mrs. Claus. I'm in the mood. I'm in the season. Don't tell my husband. It's not Thanksgiving yet. So urges are simply a vibration in your body. An urge is an intense desire or an urgent emotion or an urgent feeling. So an urge is going to come up with, you've planned out your food for the day, and then something shows up. Somebody brings that pumpkin pie or whatever your thing is, and you're going to want it, and you're going to have an urge, and it might feel like an emergency, right? It's like there's a lot of, the process is actually pretty amazing, but you have a thought, I want that. And then you have this urgent desire. And so there's 3 things you can do with that. You can obey it, which is what we usually do when we're not even thinking about it, which means you eat the thing or you drink the thing. You can resist it, which is the other thing we usually do, which means that you white knuckle through it, or you use your willpower and you try and make it through it. And typically that ends up with obeying it eventually, or you can allow it. So what this looks like is, I'll give you my example. I used to have very strong urges about 6 o'clock every night, no matter what my intentions were for a glass of wine. Didn't matter what my day looked like. It didn't matter anything, man, that urge, it would show up. You might have urges that show up in different social situations, times of day, triggered by a certain food, even looking at it or thinking about it. So urges show up for a lot of different reasons. But what that urge would feel like is I would want that, the glass of wine, and I would start to feel very restless in my body. I'd start to feel really busy in my brain. It feels like there's an alarm going off, right? But all it is a vibration in your body. So typically you would resist it, which is you try and think of a beach ball and you're trying to hold it underwater. Okay, this is my favorite analogy. You're trying to hold it underwater, and you can do it for a while, but eventually it's going to pop up, or you're going to get tired, or you're going to get bored, and you're going to say, screw it. So it'll work for a little while, but it's not comfortable. It doesn't feel good. It's not fun. Whereas if you let it float up and you just allow it to be there, this is what allowing feels like. You're going to breathe into it. You're going to simply acknowledge where it's at in your body. And so when you turn your focus from, oh, I want it, and you go, okay, well, what does this feel like? I'm tight in my chest. I'm a little bit noisy in my head. I feel like I'm coming out of my skin a little bit. I'm a little bit bitchy. And how does it feel? Is it fast or slow, or is it hot or cold? And kind of explore it. Open yourself up to it. Breathe into it. Allow it to, it's not going to hurt you. It's not going to kill you. This vibration in your body is harmless. And we're so conditioned to change it, to shut it down, to resist it, or to make it go away in some way. We've never learned how to simply allow that feeling to be there. This is where the magic happens, I promise. So you're going to allow that urge, and it will move through your body. And so eventually, and it could take 30 seconds, it could take a minute or two, depending on how intense it is or what the thing is or the circumstance. But so you're allowing the urge, and then all of a sudden you realize it's gone. And what you've done is you've started the process of unwinding this neural pathway, because our brains have what's called neural plasticity. And so you can think of them being able to be molded. So we have these neural pathways, and all the habits that you do, especially the ones without thinking, or you're doing something against your will, it's because there's a very ingrained neural pathway, and you can unwind these and you can make new ones. So every time that you allow an urge, and every time that you don't reward it, you're unwinding that a little bit, and you're unwinding it. And so what happens is they become fewer in frequency. They become, farther apart, and they become less intense, and then they go away. And so I do not have any cravings. I have no desires for wine anymore. And if you would have told me that, I was a very consistent drinker, and I don't even think about it anymore, which I have never felt like this in my adult life. So what you can do is so amazing. And so if you are, whatever your thing is, the intense things tend to be sugar, flour, and alcohol because of the reward. But allowing an urge is a very simple thing, and it's a skill. It might take a time or 2 or 10, but it's something I invite you to do, and let those urges, or the urgent desires, move through your body, and then they're gone. Resisting amplifies the urge. So resisting it makes it worse, because that's all you're thinking about, and you're white knuckling it, and you're using up all your willpower. And so it makes it feel, and this is what we're so used to doing, which why it feels almost unbearable. Try switching it, try allowing it, and allow that urge to happen. It's a little scary the first time, because we're not used to doing this. We're used to resisting. If you allow it, relax into it, it's much less intense. So allow it to process through your body. It's simply a vibration in your body, and what you need to think about is that it's harmless. It can't hurt you. We just think it's an emergency. Our primal brain is having a temper tantrum. If you think about the toddler in the grocery store that wants the candy bar and you tell it no, that's what your primal brain is doing. It's having a temper tantrum, and it's pissed, and it's going to stomp its feet and make a lot of ruckus, and it will eventually subside. And it doesn't take that long. And some are longer than others, and then you might get another one right away. You might not. It's a process. Explore this. It's amazing. This is where the magic happens. This is probably the most mind-blowing part of this whole thing for me, because I never realized I could just let it happen and it would go away. So secret 3 kind of dovetails on that. Learn how to embrace that discomfort. So don't don't go through your house and get rid of anything that might cause you temptation. And don't go, don't, people tend to say, oh, I can't go to this party because there's going to be food there. There's going to be alcohol there. I'm going to be too tempted. Allow yourself that opportunity to build this muscle. Every time that you do this, you're building your skill is getting stronger and stronger. So embrace that discomfort. Get excited. Every time you start feeling it, go, okay, here's another one. After you do, they say 100 urges, it's rewired. And so be excited about inviting that next urge in. Put yourself in the position where you're going to be having that discomfort, because that's where all of discomfort is, where all of it's a catalyst for change. It's where all of your change is going to happen. So see each time as an opportunity for change, and this is where you're going to grow your new skills. So the holiday season is really a perfect time to learn how to do these things, right? Because there's a lot of opportunity happening. So you're going to plan ahead of time. You're going to learn to allow your urges, and you're going to embrace your discomfort, because that's where the magic happens. So that's the three, my three most powerful things I want to share with you today regarding those steps. I share things often, and I've been consumed with this workshop, so I haven't been sharing as much as I like to, but you can follow me on Instagram. You can follow me on Facebook. I have a private Facebook group that you can join, and I do lives there. And like I said, I will be more present. This has been a big project. I've learned so much. And I'm going to do more workshops where I can share free information with you. And my next passion project is going to be a podcast, so stay tuned for that. I am offering a free 30-minute coaching call right now through December. I have slots opened up, and I'm offering a free coaching call. This is my website. So this is no strings attached. This is, if you want coaching on something, I'm offering a 3-minute call. If you have questions about working with me in my program, I am more than happy to talk to you about that, but it is not necessary. If you want to just hop on on a Zoom call, it looks like this. If you want to hop on a call for 30 minutes, I'm offering those right now through December. And it's been really fun. I've been really enjoying this. If you do want to work with me, in my program, it's Change Your Thoughts, Change Your Body, Change Your Life, and it truly is life-changing. It's an 8-week custom weight loss program. You get 8 one-hour private coaching sessions with me via Zoom. It is not a group session. I am working on that though, but it's private coaching. You get 8 full hours of one-on-one coaching with me. You get Voxer, which is kind of like text messaging, but you can do photos and voice messages, which is cool, and email support in between your calls. There's weekly video lessons and handouts. So you get a weekly lesson with a new topic and new handouts, and every week builds on the next one. So over the 8 weeks, you develop a whole bunch of different skills, and they all build on the prior week. And then we can coach, your coaching might be more questions about that, or it just might be what you have going on or whatever you're struggling with. And then all the content is in one place. It looks like this. It's on an online platform on Entreport, and you log in, and every week a new module shows up. And so that's what the course looks like. It's not for everybody. It's not for people looking for a diet. It's not people looking for a quick fix. But if you're tired of quitting on yourself, you're ready to lose your weight simply and permanently for the last time, if you feel like your whole life is together, but you have this one thing left, and you're really ready to be done with it and just move and have that one thorn out of your side, then this is for you. I'll teach you how to use your mind for you instead of against you when it comes to the weight loss. I will help you find the perfect foods for your body. I have a strong nutritional background as well. And so I help you find, this isn't a diet. You actually pick your own protocol, and I guide you. But I help you find the foods that work for your body to lose weight. I help you get rid of self-limiting thoughts, and I help you lose the weight forever. There is a bonus. So if you act now, so if you schedule a 30-minute call with me and then you end up signing up for my program, I'm going to give you 9 weeks of coaching instead of 8 weeks of coaching. So this will take you well into the next year. You don't have to have your call in the next 24 hours, but you have to sign up for your the 30-minute coaching call. And to do that, go to traceyhartje.com. This is my homepage. And there's a whole bunch of spots that say free coaching call. It's all over the place. Schedule a call. It's 30 minutes. It's free. It's easy to find. If you can't find it, please contact me and I will hook you up. And so I'm going to I want to say thank you. This has been, like I said, it's been a labor of love. And I appreciate those of you that have hopped on. I want to do Q&A, but I'm actually going to stop sharing. Here I am. So I want to offer a live Q&A. And so you should have available to you down at the bottom, it says Q&A. And we have some questions. So so every time I want sugar, I can call you or text you? Sure. I do offer, so the Voxer is a really cool thing. It's like text messaging. I like it better than email, and I keep all my clients in Voxer, and that way I know exactly. But you can if you're in a situation, you can send me a voice message, and I answer pretty fast, unless I'm sleeping. But yes, so sugar is a big deal, and my phone will blow up, yeah. So it's, I offer a lot of support and I offer a lot of tools that will help you with these. Why is it so important to write down your plan? So writing down your plan and not just planning it in your head is a big deal. It's, if you are planning it in your head, you go, okay, well, I planned my protocol. I know what I eat. I know this works for me. I'm just going to have that. It's a slippery slope. There is, when you're still making those decisions in the moment, or if you haven't written it down and committed to it, you're still going to have that moment. And it's, like I said, it's a slippery slope. You might find yourself really going back on your word a little bit easier. Oh, there's something in front of you that looks very tempting. So it's very important to write it down. How much is the time commitment in the program? So the time commitment in the program is per week, probably 2.5 hours per week, because there's 1 full hour of coaching, and then there's the videos, and there's the handouts, and then there's practices that you'll be doing at home. So it's a couple of, it's a commitment, but it's life-changing. And it's really, if you have a set up morning routine, this works beautifully into it. I scheduled my call. Yay. Awesome. So I think we're good. So it's 10:43. Is there any other questions? Okay. So I really appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you so much. And have a fabulous Thanksgiving. Use these tools. Go get your Kickstart Your Weight Loss video thing. Use your handout, your food log, plan your food, do the things. Please feel free to reach out to me with any questions, or if you missed something in the webinar, let me know. I'd be more than happy to send you a copy of it. So have a fabulous day.